Hello, today Gina and I are going to share with you a brief overview of the measurements involved in voice quality evaluation. We use the program Pratt to evaluate our own voice qualities. For each measurement, we are going to highlight the measure being tested, how it was completed, and whether or not the results fell within normal limits. All of these measurements come from Zemlin's measurements of normal voice quality.
The first measure is maximum frequency range. This measure notes how widely a voice can vary between a low and a high pitch. Normal voice quality fluctuates in tone and is not monotone. To determine this measure via Pratt, we made a voice recording and then analyzed the results. For an adult with normal voice quality, Zemlin cites that the maximum frequency range is between 2.5 to 3 octaves. Yoli's results showed that her pitch, which is directly related to frequency, is at minimum 75 Hz and at maximum 253 Hz. This exceeds normal limits. We multiplied our Hertz by 2.5 to get these values. My minimum is 104 Hz and maximum was 305 Hz, which also falls outside of normal limits.
The second measure is F0 or fundamental frequency. This refers to the average rate of vocal fold vibration during conversation. To determine this measurement via Pratt, we made a voice recording and then analyzed the results. My mean rate of vibration was measured at about 162 Hz. According to Zemlin, a typical female speaks at about 200 Hz. When taking into account the standard deviation, my measure falls slightly outside of normal limits. Gina's measure of 250 Hz also exceeds normal measurements, although when you take into account the standard deviation, her measurement is more normal.
The third measure is maximum phonation time. This measurement outlines that for a speaker with normal voice quality, a vowel can be held for 15 to 25 seconds. Though Pratt does have the ability to time this capability, we opted to time our own abilities with our iPhones to hold a vowel. We elected to use the vowel ah since it is the least obstructive. Yoli was able to hold it for about 10 seconds, which does not fall within the normal limits, and I held it for about 15 seconds, which is within normal limits.
The fourth measurement is for minimum to maximum amplitude levels. A healthy speaker should be able to vary their voice amplitude by 20 to 30 dBs. Amplitude is another name for loudness or intensity. To determine this measure via Pratt, we made a voice recording and then analyzed the results under the intensity tab. This measurement showed that in my voice recording, my intensity could move from a low of 58 decibels to a high of 86 decibels. This is a difference of 28 decibels, meaning that my maximum amplitude levels fall within normal limits. Gina's vary by 47 decibels as she was reading the Rainbow Passage, and this exceeds the normal limits.
The fifth measure is known as periodicity of vocal fold vibration. Another name for this measurement is jitter. A voice of normal vocal quality is nearly periodic if mass, length, and tension of the vocal folds is held at a constant. To determine this measure via Pratt, we made a voice recording and then analyzed the results under the voice reading tab. Yoli's jitter measurement read at 1.79%, which is slightly outside of normal limits, and my jitter was 1.69%, which is also above normal limits. Jitter is normally 1%.
The sixth measure set forth by Zemlin is known as noise generated by turbulent airflow. This can occur if something is obstructing smooth airflow through the vocal tract. In a normal voice, harmonic noise will be much louder than aperiodic noise. To determine this measurement, we used Pratt, made a voice recording, and then analyzed the results under the voice reading tab. My mean harmonics to noise ratio was 11.72 dBs, meaning that the noise was significantly lower than the harmonics. This is a good thing. Gina's harmonic to noise ratio was 14.6 dBs, also within normal limits.
Thanks for watching. We hope that the synopsis and analysis illuminated the use of these measures in voice quality and highlighted what an amazing tool PRAC can be in the field of speech and language pathology.